Okay guys, welcome to Legal Diaries with Amabelle. We're going to be doing a little chit chat. So today we're going to be discussing domestic violence. Hello my besties, welcome back to my channel, Diary of Amabelle, and your favorite girl, Amabelle. If it's your first time coming in contact with this lovely face and this lovely channel, please look around the channel. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff, and we can get to know ourselves later. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know you're the real OG and you're the real MVP, and I love you. Mwah. Okay guys, so today we're going to be discussing an incident that just happened, in Nigeria. An incident that has touched everybody and everyone has been concerned about, and it's talking about the death of a gospel artist named Osinachi Nwackukwu. Okay, so according to stories that came out and according to the media, according to what was reported in the media, she died as a result of domestic violence that was meted out to her, or that was brought upon her by her husband. Several acts of domestic violence. If you go online, you would read stories of how he practically took control of her life. He was assaulting her. The last one that broke the camel's back was when he kicked her in the chest and she landed in the hospital. And after 5 days, she was on life support. Then after 5 days, she died. And so after she died, a lot of other stories started coming out. Started coming to the surface that she had been passing through several acts of domestic violence. He even told his children to be hitting her. He was very controlling. He did several things to her. And I have seen a lot of people speak on the gospel aspect of his acts, the gospel, the religious aspect. Sorry, I've seen a lot of people talk about the religious aspect of this, and I really haven't seen people. I haven't gone around, but I haven't really seen people talk about the legal aspects and legal implications of so many things. So, as a lawyer, I felt it's my duty, or I feel it's my duty, to come here and educate you a little on some of the things that were done to her. Now, all those acts that were done to her by her husband can be seen as domestic violence. Now, what is domestic violence? According to Wikipedia, you guys, I have my notes, so we're going to be doing a little legal chit chat. What is domestic violence? Domestic violence, according to Wikipedia, domestic violence is violence or an abuse that occurs in a domestic setting, such as in a marriage or cohabitation. We're going to be talking another day. I'm going to discuss this thing of marriage or cohabitation some other day, but not today. And domestic violence often used as a synonym for intimate partner violence. So it is a violence that is done to someone by an intimate partner. Now, a lot of people have spoken out about how every other person should have protected her. She should have done this, done that. She should have spoken out this, that. But no one has actually spoken on her responsibility to take care of herself, protect herself from domestic violence. So I'm here to say that, yes, a lot of domestic violence, a lot of people that pass through this domestic violence do not want to speak out because of fear, or because they are not empowered, or because they are not empowered on one thing or the other. But I'd like to say that there are a lot of mechanisms that one can explore to protect themselves from domestic violence. If you do not speak out, it could eventually lead to one's death. So we need to speak out at every point. And now, I know that a lot of people, because of their religion, would not want to explore the option of divorce, but there's something called separation. You can actually separate from your husband if you think that you can actually separate from your husband or wife if you think that there is violence going on in that marriage or in that relationship or whatever. There can be a moment of separation, you know, where both of you go to figure yourselves out and discuss and have therapists and all of that. And now, if you do not want to take your partner to court, by the way, domestic violence is not only done against women. There are also a lot of men that are passing through domestic violence. So if you do not want to speak, if you do not want to take your partner to court or to the police, sometimes the police does not even like getting involved in husband and wife matter. They prefer that they will tell them, go and sort yourselves out. There, you know, sometimes the church may not want to say, oh, you people should get divorced or something, you know, because they used to say husband and wife matter, nobody should get involved. So I'm here to tell you that there are a lot of other options that can be explored. Now, there are a lot of NGOs that one can go to that have safe houses where a woman can separate from her husband and just go and stay, you know, and just go and stay and say, okay, let's sort ourselves out in the meantime. There's also the Human Rights Commission. Domestic violence goes against your human rights, inhuman and degrading treatment. So there's the option of going to the National Human Rights Commission, or yes, where they will mediate between you and your partner and come to a resolution. And if the person has to adhere, or the person will face the law or face legal consequences. There's also the NAPTIP, where they help women who are passing through domestic violence. There's also, if you say you do not have money to get a lawyer, there's Legal Aid Council. Legal Aid Council gives out pro bono legal services. There's the VAP Act that protects you from any acts of violence or torture, you know, and so these are some of the mechanisms and some of the ways that we can all protect ourselves from domestic violence or from man's inhuman treatment to man. So I think that going forward, we should try to take responsibility for ourselves. We should try to protect ourselves, because like a situation where if anything happens, you know, you're going to get blamed at the end of the day. If anything happens, you're going to get blamed at the end of the day. So we should try to protect ourselves from, you know, a lot of things. Tell me in the comment section down below if you've heard of this story, if you've read about it, if you have been in a situation where, if you've experienced domestic violence in any way, you know, and the mechanisms and the ways I think that we can all protect ourselves from domestic violence. We are, aside other people taking responsibility for us, we also owe ourselves and our children and all the other, our loved ones, the duty to also take care of ourselves, guys. So tell me in the comment section down below if you've ever been a victim of domestic violence, if you'd like more of this content, more of legal content to educate you on your rights, educate you on your legal rights. Tell me if you'd also like more content on more education on things you can do to, you know, protect yourselves, your questions that you have. Please tell me in the comment section down below, or send me a mail. My email is in the description box down below. So if you need to get in contact with me in any way, please feel free to get in contact with me, you know, and tell me if you'd like more of this kind of content, you know. So until I come your way in the next video, it's your girl Amabelle, and please take care of yourself, protect yourself, you know, love on yourself, you know. I don't know, just take care of yourself and remember that I love you. Mwah.